Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a chit chat, get ready with me. I want to chat about some of my favorite makeup products, my holy grails, if you could say that. Would like to drink some coffee in my But First coffee mug. It is so cute. Pumpkin spice coffee creamer. And from my last video, if you had watched it, I'll link it right up here. It's an eyeshadow palette collection and declutter. I put these two palettes right here in a pile that I needed to use within 6 months, or they need to be retired and gifted away, decluttered. So I definitely want to play with this and this one. This is the Almar Cosmetics Volume 1 Reina del Caribe palette. Today is Sunday, the 20th of October, and I know this video is set to go up later because I'm pre-filming because of my wisdom teeth removal, the 25th, and I want to have a couple videos extra so that I don't miss any uploads. So yeah, without further ado, we will just get right on into the video. Grab your coffee and just sit down and get ready with me.
Whole lot of people need to hear this. It's a lot of names on my hit list.
Firstly, I prime my face with the Touch n Soul Pretty Filter Glassy Skin Balm. I got this in my October BoxyCharm, and I wanted to test it out because I've only tested it twice, I believe, and I didn't really do a wear test, so we might be doing that today. Who knows, but I wanted to give it a fair chance. And then I cannot live without the e.l.f. Luminous Matte Primer. This just gives a glow, and for some reason I'm getting really oily in this zone right here, so I wanted to kind of like make it a little bit matte. The same as from my eyebrow tutorial, which I'll also link right up here if you'd like to go see that. I just want to kind of like lay the base down, you know what I mean? For foundation, I'm going to be mixing the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Light 12 and the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation in the shade F1. The concealer right here is getting a little too dark, so mixing these together makes a perfect match. And I actually really like the formula of this one and this one, but this one kind of like oxidizes, so gotta bring that down. Been obsessed with the Morphe Extra Star, what would you call this, like a sponge, beauty blender, whatever. So I definitely want to be using this today to give me a smooth base. So I'm just gonna do one set at a time because if I don't, it dries like really fast and oxidizes, which I don't want. So first I'm just gonna apply the ColourPop one, dip it in only once, and just kind of like moving it everywhere that I would really need it. I don't need as much of the Makeup Revolution foundation. I just still like to apply it so that I don't look orange. And then just blend. So how is everyone's October going? Let me know down in the comments. I love chatting with you guys, and I'm gonna need something to do while laying in the bed recovering from my wisdom teeth removal. So please chat with me. I'm really bad at replying to YouTube comments though, because I like post them and like never go on it. Like I have not been watching YouTube videos as I normally would. Sad, because I know everyone is posting a lot of content, but it's just like overwhelming almost, and you know, so yeah. So that is one side all blended out. As you can tell, it is a good match from like the front, you can see, and once I like bronze and everything, it's gonna look like really good. I do not know what it is about this sponge. Like, it looks exactly like the red one, except it's pink. Well, this one's kind of dirty, so it's not really pink right now. But this beauty blender is something else. It's like magical. It makes my skin so glowy, and it like blends to perfection. Like it like melts it into my skin. And okay, so I just did concealer off camera. I thought it really wasn't necessary for you to like see me do it. I used the same thing that I've been using for a while, the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, but just in the shade Light 10. The ColourPop concealer it oxidizes so fast, so you have to like put it on, blend it, and then like set it, so I'm trying to hurry up. For powder, this one has been one of my holy grails for like the past month. I did this look right here, which I'll throw up. It's inspired by the movie Hocus Pocus. I was in a Halloween collab, and I picked this up because it was kind of like really almost drag type thing, but it really wasn't. And this has literally changed the game for me recently because my nose has been so oily. So I've had to really pack on powder, which I really never do. So I'm gonna do that today. The trick for me for powder is to use a dry sponge. And I like to use this random one that I got from Shop Miss A. With a dry sponge, it doesn't get all orange, which I really don't want. Because I want this just to stay on all day or however long I'm gonna wear it. So I really have to pack the powder on over my nose. And I really don't have flashback, which I haven't really tested it. But you know how you can like kind of tell with flashback though, so I feel like we just have a very, very smooth canvas to like put powder and bronzer and blush and highlighter and things like that on top of it. Because like sometimes it's just like what I'm in the mood for, because I'm not about to spot conceal. So it's really like just what I'm in the mood for. And today I'm in the mood for a full canvas, full coverage type moment. So that's what I want to do. And it's been like my favorite for the past like couple weeks. Bronzer, I actually have been obsessed with the Morphe 8L Lo-Fi palette, which is basically just like a bronzer highlighter palette. And I like to mix this shade and this shade, which is Donut and Du Bunte. These two. You know, I never really use the highlighters. Maybe I can like test them out today, but I just don't remember them ever being that good. Also, I still have my septum piercing in. It's just like pushed up for when like I do powder and stuff like that. With this palette, you really have to go in very light-handed because these two shades right here can turn orange very quick. Basically, what I like to do is just like go like this and then blend and kind of like go in circular motions and build up. Personally, I don't really like to do a lot of contouring on my jawline. Just a little bit, just to add a little bit of color. Now for nose contour, I like to use a different one that's a little bit more cool tone, which is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder, which looks like this kind of orange, but trust me, and I just like to go on the sides and just blend right where that line is. After each step, like blush and bronzer, I like to just take my powder brush and just help it blend to make sure it's really, really smooth. And I like to do it in between each step, just so we're not like sitting here blending forever. Even I'll take it on the nose. Blush and highlighter, I have been obsessed with using the Queen palette, which is in collaboration with Fumi and Juvia's Place. This palette is so sickening. This is what it looks like. This was my first Juvia's palette order from them. And I like to use Sister Sister for blush and FDV approved for highlighter. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I might add just a touch of the shade Oule, which is the red one. These really aren't as pigmented because it's a multi-functional palette, which means it can be used for the eyes and the face. So like it's not like a pure red. Favorite blush brush is the BH Cosmetics V3, which is from their vegan line. And I like to just do circular motions and it just looks so flawless. Like, I love that. I've learned if I put a little bit on the top of my lip like this, it helps the highlighter look a little more natural. And underneath my jawline, kind of like this area. And it just makes it look very, very cute. I don't know. Just a touch. It kind of looks like I've been drinking Kool-Aid. And once again, the powder brush. Okay, so now my bake has set on for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe it off. Let me get a brush. So I'm just taking this powder brush and just wiping it off. I do have to bake because if not, I just get so oily. Like, I feel like my skin has changed dramatically in the past, like, 2 months. And then I kind of, like, take my powder brush and just blend everything together. Make sure it looks very, very, very smoothly. And this has kind of been the thing for me. Before I do highlighter, I'm going to spray my face with the Morphe X Jeffree Star Set and Refresh Starberry Mist. This is so amazing. Oh my god. The smell, the way it makes your face feel is amazing. And I'm going to be sad when I run out. So I like to let that set on my skin to like dry a little bit because I don't want the highlighter to be like patchy and like stick to wet spots. I finally made the change back over to my Morphe 501. I was using the Jeffree Star JS4, but this is completely like, I don't know, like it's nowhere near highlighter brush anymore. The difference in these two is that this one could literally be a blush brush now, which I think I might make that. Something like that, I don't know, but this one I have loved forever and I really, really like it. I want to get the vegan option. The second face brush that he came out with, the highlighter one, I want to get that one, but I bought this one, so it's okay. I'll definitely keep it. I'm not throwing it away. First, I'm going to be going into the shades in the Lo-Fi palette, the one that I use for bronzer, because I want to get use out of these two right here. So I'm going to use these two. I'm going to mix them together, not a lot, because I want this to kind of be like, I don't know, I don't want this to be my main highlighter, if you know what I mean. Dust off, because they're real powdery. Hello, are you there? See, that's nothing like my Queen palette, so this will definitely be good to go under a highlighter as like maybe like a natural day or something. I don't know. I'll be taking the shade FDV approved, this one right here, and this one will be blinding. Ooh, look at that. I liked putting those two shades right there underneath it. That was kind of cool. Like, I kind of like that. It made it a little bit brighter. Whoa.
Oh my god, my highlighter, holy shit. Okay, sorry, I'm like, alien slut you. So what
I like to take it right here so that when I'm looking forward, you can see it. I know that Jaclyn Hill does that, and it's a really, really good tip. So, like, go like, what are everyone's thoughts on ABH releasing all these palettes, like, back to back? Honestly, I was watching a Raw Beauty Christie's video, which if I have enough space and I remember, I will link her video up here. It's what she's not gonna buy, and she makes some really, really good points in it about ABH and them releasing so many products, which I agree with. Them releasing the Giacchiani palette, Volume 1, the Norvina one, Volume 1, 2, 3, and then the recent palette that's like neutral or whatever. It like within a month, like literally like 5 palettes within a month. Like, are you serious? I'm just going back in with a little more blush to blend the highlighter in. So I'm back, and I did this eye off camera because I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do. And I know this eye looks completely bald with the lash on. My phone battery was dying as well, so it needed to charge. This is what I've came up with right here. This little negative half cut crease, a little moment. I think it's very fall appropriate, and I would really love to wear this out, and I think I am today. So let's see, let's hope, and let's just get into the eye portion of this video. So the main palette that I'm using today is the Alamar Cosmetics Volume 1 Reina del Caribe palette. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Just taking this very fluffy brush from Shop Miss A and mixing these two shades right here, but more of this orangey shade than this like strawberry shade. And this is just gonna be my transition. I'm gonna be blowing it out, putting it on the lower lash line, from inner to outer corner. This is just gonna be like my first shade. Who else watches The Fosters? I know it's not a new show, but I'm currently rewatching it just because it's been a while since I've watched it. Like, you know, they stopped making new seasons. But yeah, that's what I was watching while I was doing this eye right here, and I'm honestly obsessed with the show. I say I'm honestly obsessed a lot, like I know. But I am currently watching the show, and I just wanted to see if anyone else was watching that show. I always like to take the fluffy brush and kind of run it in the inner corner. When we put the inner corner shade in there, it's not like just by itself. It's got something to kind of be around. But I've got those two shades all blended out. I'm going to be going in to this one right here. This kind of like burgundy shade. And I'm taking it on this Morphe M433. Just dipping into that. I love this palette. Like, honestly, I just never use it. Just because I'm always playing with a different palette, always getting a new one in, well, not like always, but you know what I mean? You're taking that color, and it's going to be going in the inner crease. So I'm going to be taking it about halfway. You can't really see it because the cut crease kind of comes over it, but you can the slightest bit. Basically, I'm going to be taking that shade and just going about halfway. Now that I have that shade all laid out, I'm going to be taking the first brush that I was using with the same two shades and just kind of blending before I put the second color. It's a Luxie 229 tapered blending brush, and I'm dipping into the brown shade in the palette right here. And I'll be taking that, and I think out of all the shades, this one has the most fallout. But I'm gonna be taking that shade and just putting that in the outer corner and blending into the burgundy shade. Just placing it on the outer corner and just blending like that. Again, going back in with that first brush with the first two shades and just blending, 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 blending. Okay, so the last time that you saw me, I did not have concealer, like a cut crease. And I'll tell you why. I got a call and I just like continue doing it because I need to be ready in a little bit. So yeah, I will just like catch you up. Basically, I just did a half cut crease and it's not the same size as that one. This one's a little bit taller, like when I arch my brows. It's fine, the lashes will cover it up. And with the Alamar Cosmetics Reina del Caribe palette, and I used this shade right here and just placed it on the top of the half cut crease. Basically kind of like a negative space, almost. I'm gonna be going in with the shades Awesome Sauce right here, Toffee, and then Ploof. I'm gonna go in with those three shades, go over the first shade that I used, just because it's like really, really, really light. But it's basically just like a base shade. I'm gonna be taking the Violet Voss Pro eyeshadow palette, which is the one that I just used. I forgot to explain that. And I'm gonna be taking the shade Cranberry Splash, this one right here, and I'm gonna be mixing it with On Fleek. I'm just gonna go back and forth with those. I have some fallout, so I am going to spray them with some setting spray. I'm going to be packing that on basically the lid of the cut crease and just blending it into the other shade, but kind of making it like a negative space. Get to the edge right here, I'm remembering to go over just a little bit like I did with the top shade, just so that there is no wet concealer there. This is what we came out with. It's kind of like a negative cut crease almost. I did add a little bit of powder right there because like there's some fallout that won't come off. Now I should be taking this little blending brush and going back in with the brown shade that we used earlier. This one right here. And I'm taking a different brush because sometimes the shimmer can transfer and I don't want to use the same brush that I'm going to use to like blend a little bit more. Basically all I did was like blend into the half cut crease. That's literally all I did. I'm going to be going in with the same brush that I used the first time and just blend a little bit more. Going back in with the first shade that we used, this one right here. And I'm just putting that in my inner corner and then on my brow bone as well. Now I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna apply some mascara, some lashes, and a lipstick. I know that I want it to be like a cranberry shade to match this right here. And then we'll be back to discuss and show the finished product. Okay, so I wanted to do the outro a little bit differently so that you could see the makeup up close. So this is the completed look right here. What do we think about it? I honestly am obsessed with it. I'm really glad that I got to play with the Almar Cosmetics Volume 1 Reina del Caribe palette, and then the Violet Voss Pro eyeshadow palette right here. I love it, and I love this look right here. Did on this eye kind of overdo the half cut crease, but it looks really good, and I'm really happy with it. I feel like this is very fall appropriate, and my lipstick is the Ofra Cosmetics Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Havana Nights. This one right here. Thought it was very fall appropriate. But yeah, I just wanted you all to see the makeup up close. I love this look so much. I definitely am going to be enjoying this look for a couple hours. If you all enjoyed this little chit chat get ready with me fall edition, talking about all of my holy grail makeup products. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Thursday, and make sure you hit that bell notification so you get notified every time I upload a brand new YouTube video. If you would, you can follow my makeup Instagram at makeup_by_Joshua with 3 A's. There's a link in every video to follow me. Yeah, wish me luck on my wisdom teeth removal, and if I'm not as active in the comments, just know that's why, because I believe when this video goes up, my surgery is the next day, because I'm pre-filming, because I want to have videos for you all. I will just see you in my next video. Bye guys.
Okay, guess we doing just fine.